You know, guys, we are living in a country where, like, we forget about what during apartheid. We forget about our ancestors. So, in today's videos, we're going to react. So, to see videos like this, you know,
I want them to stop the talk because what makes this violence to go on? Suspended the armed struggle. Those people that started fighting. Now I think if they can just forget about the negotiations, lift the armed struggle, this thing will come to an end.
So you'd like the talks to stop and the armed struggle to start again?
Sure.
Is the ANC likely to agree to that?
No, I don't know that. How are they going to like what I'm saying?
So like, based on this, what this man just said, the youth was fighting ANC. Based on what I heard from this man, the youth was fighting ANC. You can listen carefully. The youth was fighting ANC. You can open your mind and understand what I'm saying. So you say, like, I don't know what ANC is going to take it, but for us, we have no time to negotiate. Meaning maybe ANC was busy eating with these people who are killing innocent souls. Did someone mention that they were killing innocent souls? So this tell us that during that time, ANC was working with those people of apartheid. Because of the youth now is angry, so like we don't want to negotiate with ANC. We don't want to do anything with ANC. He said that we don't want to do anything with ANC. It's not me, it's a young man who said by himself, so like, we have nothing to do with ANC. We have nothing to do with ANC. It's not me, man. The youth. The youth.
King Sabata, no Lindile, no Canada, no Kaya, and no Moscow. Because the Tembu nation paid the bride price for No Moscow, who is from the Pondo royal family, she was recognized by them.
This is doing things for apartheid. The reason I'm doing this, man, although I'm recording this, is to show people about apartheid and to show the youth that people were benefiting. So if the youth was fighting, ANC, who are you here? Youth was fighting ANC. Who do you think you are? Just imagine, you. So you think that you come now for ANC?
And heir to the Temple royal throne. In 1962, the next phase of the apartheid strategy was implemented. The kings and chiefs of the Transkei were summoned by the Bantu authorities to assist in the drawing up of a self-rule constitution. King Sabata went armed with a mandate from his people to oppose self-rule. He understood that self-rule was just another name for economic dependence on South Africa, and that the Transkei would become a pool of cheap.
This is beautiful to understand your history as a black child, because of this a history that they does not teach at school. You go to school, don't teach us about their history. The history that will make to understand what are you standing for. Though I hate this thing of like I hate this thing. I'll be like streaming and this thing lose through. I don't know. Come on. I want to say something. This is a history that teach us where you come from, where you're going. Because of the moment you know where you come from, it will be easy for you to fight. But if you don't know where you come from, if you don't know where you're going, how are you going to fight? Because of like now in South Africa, there's people who benefited from apartheid, living their best life, while the rightful owners of this country are struggling. The youth are struggling. Even school, they don't teach our kids how to use clothes. There are minerals. We have minerals that supposed to we know how to take products and share to other countries. They don't teach us. They teach us to be managers. They teach us to be managers and they teach us to be managers and work for those who benefited from apartheid. That's what they teach us.
Labour at the disposal of the South African industrialists. But some fell on deaf ears. The Transkei was granted self-rule. Kaiser Matanzima was appointed as the first chief minister.
You know, like the power of understanding who you are is very important. The power to understand why you're struggling like this. Because of man, our ancestors will never allow us to suffer like this. Your ancestors, my ancestors, they work so hard to have the land because they know that during our time, our ancestors they were making kids because they know they have a big land that those kids are going to inherit. But during about the Europeans coming this side, killing our ancestors, stealing the land by force. They kids they benefited from the land that's been stolen from our ancestors, even to they living the first life. You know, like this say people or you as individual watching this video, you work so hard today so that your kids can benefit from your work. But them is different thing. They benefited from the blood of innocent people who've been killed during apartheid system. So don't mind when you see a black child there, a young child struggling because of he lost everything. He lost everything during apartheid. And there's no justice being served based on that. There's no land being returned. No people went to prison for that crime against humanity. No people went to prison. So like we are questioning them. We are questioning the government, we are questioning the ANC government, so like what is happening? What is happening? This is so bad. Very bad. And we must talk about apartheid. We must talk about it.
Jan, Frikkie.
So this guy went there and to pick out this people. So this thing was after apartheid. What is they doing is after apartheid. You see what this guy is doing is after apartheid. Apartheid. Call it apartheid. This is after apartheid.
So, no.
Ja, hallo? Jammer, ag nee man. Verskoon mij.
Ja, meneer.
Wat gedaan?
Wat betekent meneer? Het is apartheid.
Ja.
Ja, it's today, né?
Kom.
Hey, man, I thought it was next week this whole time, you know?
It's so beautiful, man. You know, demonstration to show like how was all the apartheid. This is a beautiful demonstration to see. This guy just came to park and he came to park. The park was only white people sitting there. So this guy arrived there and sit with them. So this white man or the African or Dutchman come to say, man, you must leave. This guy, oh, I forgot it's apartheid. So like, yeah, it's apartheid. You understand? Then the guy left. This is what our parents have been experiencing. So they were not allowed to share space with whites. You understand? But the sad part is, even today, this is the sad part, even today, it's still like that, man. It's still like that. That's why I say like the sad part is that it's still that way. So I guess I'll move on. You can see, even like today, still today. Just imagine. This one. Let's watch the other video after this one. I hope you enjoy it and you engage. I want people to relax. I want you to engage.
Jammer, allemaal. Hey.
Terug alsjeblieft. Kom.
And you know, no one even want me, but jammer.
Kom.
Ja.
Jammer allemaal.
Jammer.
Now, Jesus was a man. He was human. He was not a white man. He was not a black man. He came from that part of the world that touches Africa and Asia, Europe, and he probably had a brown skin, very much like some of the Indian people here today. Christianity is not a white man's religion, and don't let anybody ever tell you that it's white or black. Christ belongs to all people. He belongs to the whole world. His gospel is for everyone, whoever you are. The scripture says. And when Jesus was a little boy and they tried to kill him, his mother brought him to Africa. When he was on the way to the cross to die and he was carrying the cross and he stumbled and fell, it was an African that helped him.
To Africa, $50 a month to a black man and $500 a month to a white
That
man.
argument is not true because there are thousands more than whites.
Why did they get this information? Because people they say like they're not any. People they're complaining say like why they're more than blacks. Why do you get that information? Just imagine in 2025 in democracy, people are still saying like why is that the one who earns more money? Say like, I don't want to earn more money. So this information, where did he get it? Where to get this kind of information? I don't know if I'm lying, guys. You can comment there. You can comment if you know, like if I'm lying, you can comment like, man, you are lying. But you all know, like, why is that I want more? Compare. He's talking about what exactly? In the same position or what?
It's not a question that there is a minimum pay for whites and a maximum pay for non-whites. You take our industrial legislation. Our industrial legislation says specifically that there must be no discrimination as between white and non-white when pay is.
No, but like, that thing came with you guys. You can't come with things You know that's happening in South Africa today in 2025. People they benefited from apartheid. The citizens of this country, the rightful owners of this country, they're waiting for Ramaphosa to bring back the land to the rightful owners. And then to do so, to promote equality, then the government, ANC, implemented laws like BELA, laws like BEE, Black Empowerment, Affirmative Action, in the land without pay, no cent. So they are afraid like these people are going to be equal to us. That's what eat them. So that we can be all equal, not others they are owning big, others they are owning small. No. So like now, they make things to make sure that everyone is equal to each other. You understand? Those things of apartheid are not their God. Very good. It's not like this one is any more than me, this one is any more than me. No. Those things they are God say. I hope it makes sense. Very good. So you bring a system here, and you don't want that system to be challenged. The trust system for us, when the system hit back, they are crying. Why do you say something like that? People they try the system, when the system hit them back, they are crying. They are people, South Africa is a South Africa is a South Africa is a how many loss? 140 mama. South Africa is a visual loss. You guys love to cry, man. Lots of people love to cry. How do they love to cry?
Fixed for certain categories of work. But naturally, it stands to reason that you don't pay a man the same salary as a highly skilled man.
So you're saying there are no disparities?
I use the word unskilled. Unskilled, of course, is the word, not unschooled.
Sure. But so you're saying there are no disparities in the income that is earned in the practice of an identical job?
No, a white fitter and turner earns exactly the same wage as a colored fitter and turner. A white mechanic earns exactly the same as a non-white mechanic. The Industrial Conciliation Act provides that.
This is my last message addressed to the people of South Africa. I, without qualification, apologize for the pain and the hurt and the indignity and the damage that apartheid has done to Black, Brown, and Indians in South Africa. I do so not only in my capacity as the former leader of the National Party, but also as an individual. My conversion, to which I refer, didn't end with the admission to myself of the total unacceptability of apartheid. It motivated us in the National Party to take the initiatives we took. From the time that I became leader.
But they're coming back for you now. Yeah? They're coming back for Madara right now. Yeah? Life is hitting back. When life hitting back, when you out so when life hitting back, you guys, I'm sorry, I'm sorry that for God, what they've done to people. For God, what they've done to people. Like now life is hitting back. But life is going to come beat you This whole life operate is coming to base you so bad. All of us, man. So this help. Don't ask help. Don't ask help. Give us the land. Give us the land. That's the only thing we want. Hi, Madara, won't help us. You won't help us, Madara. The only thing will help us is the land. Sorry, you won't help us.
Of the National Party, and more specifically during my presidency. The road forward is a difficult one. But I firmly believe that if we take hands, and if all the reasonable people in South Africa put their heads together, we can overcome the challenges we face and fulfill.
How can we overcome the challenge that you brought to our life? How can you challenge people that did us bad? They did us bad and they see whatever they said is falling apart. There's a lot of innocent blood. They took the land. So like now, they say like, oh, let's work together. Oh, let's do it together. Bring the land. That's all. Even if you ask sorry by bringing the land. Someone's asking sorry why they stole and they benefited from the stolen land. Bring the land. Your people today are busy challenging the government. The government said, let me tell you something. This year, you don't know. Let me tell you something you don't know. This year, Ramaphosa signed land without pay any cent. The land that is abandoned, the land that is doing nothing, we are going to claim it. And then we have affirmative action. I think you know it, and things are changing. Things are changing. You brought problem to us. You brought problem to us. Just the people that can, like how life is so surprising. People that can do you wrong. Then they come back to ask sorry. Please, we can be together. Why you did us wrong? You are playing. When you are playing.
Tremendous potential that South Africa has.
Thank you, but I would like to state which my government in South Africa follows. This apartheid is simply the Afrikaans word meaning separateness. This policy isn't based on the differences in skin color. It arises from the basic differences between two peoples whose cultures, religious habits, and state of civilization is so far apart, and also from the fact that the power is in the hand of a small group. In theory, apartheid aims to set both black and white free, to develop to the full extent of their capacities, leaving each free to preserve their own cultures. And eventually, as the blacks develop, they will be given more government until the day they can take over their own government, and we will keep ours.
Okay, whoa. I'm back. Let's see what she say.
Word meaning separateness. This policy isn't based on the differences in skin color. It arises from the basic difference between two peoples whose cultures, religious habits, and state of civilization is so far apart, and also from the fact that the power in the hand of a small group.
Yes. Who's small group? Who's small group? Even like today, a small group, the still lady for years, was still a small of group. Even today, 2025, the power is still a small minority. And when they talk, when president try to make sure things become equal, they are crying. Racist laws, racist laws. They call even Trump racist laws. Trump, how do you enter to South Africa businesses exactly? How do you enter? They go to call Trump, crying to like South Africa, they've racist laws. Well, these laws are implemented to bring equality because of apartheid. Hey, but these people crying after crying. Yeah, guys, let's be reasonable sometimes. Let's all be reasonable.
In theory, apartheid aims to set both black and white free to develop to the full extent of their capacities, leaving each free to preserve their own cultures. And eventually, as the blacks develop, they will be given more government until the day they can take over their own government, and we will keep ours.
Wow. Wow, that's so beautiful. I love your reasoning. I love your reasoning. Yeah, like I got my phone number, landlord. I tried to call him, but I penduled until I get answers because I wanted to know with you. Because then I think I have to go to another uncle. I need to go there. Then after that, I'll go home. So I need to talk to landlord first.
I have discovered
This guy did that bad. I know kirikile mare kirikile go uncle. What do I call?
Which is called by the Afrikaans word apartheid. And I'm afraid that has been misunderstood so often. It could just as easily, and perhaps much better, be described as a policy of good neighborliness.
Who is this guy? I want to do research. Who is this guy exactly? Because I think I saw his stage. I'm not sure. I think I saw his stage, but I'm not sure about. I saw the right statue. You understand? But I'm not sure. Like I saw the right statue, but I know like I saw. A thing of like this thing love to man. How this thing when I share it will. Let me do this. No, like I try to call. It's just calling, you know. So like now after an hour or 2 hours, I want to go to bed time and talk to him and ask him about the funeral arrangement so that I didn't pay rent this month, right? So I don't want to so I want to talk to him. So like I just came back now and I want to attend again for now and what to do this kind of stuff. And can you please just give me 5 days just to attend uncle funeral, something like that. I think it's going to work if I approach that way. So guys, you know, like when we want to do business, we have other things to do. This is what I'm doing right now as I speak. But let's go forward and try to understand.
Accepting that there are differences between people. And while these differences exist, and you have to acknowledge them, at the same time, you can live together, aid one another, but that it can best be done when you act as good neighbors always do.
So the first thing that you need to do. But the full picture of Botswana's past might never be known.
There's a place called Putatswana. Putatswana, like the way it's something like a township where they take our people their own land. It's called Putatswana. Where they're removing our people from their own land.
One man central to the drama, Lucas Mangope, was not there.
I have taken part in any way in the commission. I am aware that allegations were made. These were far-fetched and, in my opinion, they were malicious. And it is my view, after having been subjected to a malice-driven commission, that it is very, very important that one be considered the right to reply, and that professional should put under cross-examinations allegations made.
I'm Mangope. You 46 years. Yo. Kunzi. Kunzi misto. To date, man.
And discrimination implemented by the South African government from 1948 to 1994, rooted in colonial pride, divided the nation into racial categories: white, black, colored, and Indian.
They divided us.
You do not know. What are they doing in your van? Why did you come take them when they've done nothing to you?
What do you think South Africa would have looked like today had there been black majority rule in the country since 1948 when the National Party came into power, or even since the 1960s when much of Africa was decolonized?
I think by this time we would have been in the drain already.
Why do you say that?
Because the forces of evil gradually took over in Africa.
What is the force of evil? What do you mean the force of evil? What do you mean the force of evil? What do you mean the force of evil?
That's the propaganda among the black people, trying to convince them that everything was rosy in the garden for them if they just supported the idea of one man, one vote.
I love white children that I've been looking after, and they love me. They probably like my own babies.
Definitely. There's our domestic workers will bring their whole life. This is how our mothers mean. When they come from where they come with leftovers food and feed us with leftovers. So like yeah.
Some of them are married. Some of them has children. A white madam's child. Love her or him, give all you can, make him happy, and until he or she grows. Sometimes we have a nasty feeling to say, here am I looking after somebody else's child, who's looking after my child. Here am I eating, here am I feeding somebody's child, who's feeding my child. What is my...
Wow, man, it's so painful. When it comes to extend that, you ask yourself questions. So like I find myself feeding someone else's child, but who's feeding my child? I find myself doing those kind of duties and responsibilities, but who's doing those responsibilities to my child? It's kind of like fun. To say like you're busy feeding someone else's child, but you left here township poverty. This is what our sisters were going through. Our mothers during apartheid. This is so bad, man, but moving forward, let's go and
my child eating. But we sort of pretend we are happy because it's not going to help us. You can't work and look after your own child.
Guys, that's my point with the so-called truth and reconciliation commission. They want me to apologize. I'm not prepared to apologize.
Are you saying you never did anything wrong? That's why you won't apologize?
No, but you are always in front to do wrong things.
You see, that's why Malema is dealing with them. Because look how they speak to journalists. And Malema, when he speak like that to journalists, they say Malema is the same this. This thing, like, that's why like Malema, like, it's like this, man. If through lots of trauma. That's why it's like this, Malema. I'm fighting for black child. We all see what we want them to see. Thank you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so we can stay motivated. I love you so much.